Hi everybody, it's Mama D. Welcome back to my channel, Mama D Reacts. And today I'm going to review and react to Ride with Norman Reedus. And it is Season 3, Episode 2. And he is with Glenn today. Yay for Glenn. So we'll get to see them driving through, I believe, San Francisco, if I'm remembering right. So I guess we can just go ahead and go.
Wow, look at that view.
Oh, is that the Golden Gate Bridge right there?
Wow, that's Alcatraz.
That Alcatraz, that little thing right there? Yeah. Welcome to the Rock.
Now this is a sight for sore eyes. Two iconic cities backdropped by infinite blue California skies. From the 922-foot summit of Twin Peaks, the Bay Area is an Instagrammer's dream.
So there's downtown. It all doesn't matter. There's your focus, Oakland.
Over the next 3 days, I'll re-explore this city before cruising the Pacific Coast Highway into La Honda. After a stop in wine country, I'll ride to Oakland to meet one of the most notorious motorcycle clubs in the country.
In 2 days, we'll be...
I have a good friend who just arrived into town, someone who I haven't seen in far too long, and I would kill to see again.
Who is
What's
that?
up, buddy? Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Steven.
Glenn!
Dude, it's good to see you. How's the baby? Good. How's Joe?
Haven't seen you
So
since
good.
you beat your head in.
For 7 years, Steven Yeun and I worked side by side, and life on The Walking Dead isn't the same without him. We used to ride together down in Georgia, and we're gonna pick it up just where we left off.
Dude, Steven, I love it. I love that you're here, man. This is dope. Yeah, brother.
Sit down
Hey,
before
are
you
we allowed
call.
to curse on your show? Yeah. Such a pretty day, too. Oh, dude, I miss this. This is their winter, man. Awesome.
We're on our way across town to Hunter's Point to see a misfit crew I've heard a lot about. They call themselves the Dirtbags.
What's up? I'm Norman. Nice to meet you, dude. Yeah, it's Steven. Hey, Norman. How you doing, man?
Hey, Norman, what's up, man? Nice to meet you, bro. How's it going?
It's a pleasure, brother. Pleasure. So what do you guys do out here?
Whatever we want.
That's good. I like that. Yeah.
Paul Brown is the leader of the Dirtbags. 15 years ago, he created the first Dirtbag Challenge, a low-budget chopper build-off that began with a few simple rules. 1 month and $1 grand to build a bike that could make it 100 miles. Same people need not apply.
I grew up riding in England, where it rains every day, pretty much. Basically, I moved here because you can ride every day. So see this bike here?
Yeah.
It's a 500 Yamaha, and I rode it back from North Carolina. About 80% of that was dirt roads. Then they've got no rear suspension.
Oh, yeah. Whole way. Yeah. And how do you guys all know each other?
Oh, we're all dirtbags.
Yeah,
Challenge. Met at the Dirtbag.
Yeah, except for Satan, who's my shopmate.
Satan.
Satan. Why do they call you Satan? Should I even ask?
He earned that name.
Right, I wouldn't
He earned
ask.
that name. That's a story for another time. When there were no cameras recording. Yeah.
It's such a sad
Go, let's go right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's got to show off.
Is your brake a needle nose plier?
He's got a needle nose plier
That's
for his
awesome.
brake. It's handmade by him.
It's like the Dirtbags say, build the bike you want, live the life you choose.
Stevie! Yo, look over. Yeah. So happy you came, man. Yo, thanks, man. What a dope thing.
Well, will you wait till we get around this bend? Check that out, man.
Wow. That's amazing.
Welcome to California, bro.
Riding around the Bay Area with the Dirtbags, it's easy to see why this is where American motorcycle culture came of age.
Can I pee in a tree real quick?
Can I pee in a tree real quick? You gotta pee, you gotta pee. You gotta go, you gotta go.
nice here, man. I could do this for days.
Into La Honda, I'm on the lookout for Ken Kesey's old cabin in these redwoods. In the 60s, Kesey and the Merry Pranksters helped kick off the counterculture movement here, throwing wild LSD-fueled parties called the acid tests, back when that kind of thing was still legal in California. But if you can't find Kesey's, Applejacks, that's the next best thing. This place was the Pranksters' local watering hole, an old Hell's Angels haunt
that
that's still
reminds
going
me
on
of,
strong today.
What's up, man? Hey, Norman. Nice to meet you, dude. What's going on, buddy?
Reminds me of
Steven.
Fast Eddie's. It's a place we got around our town.
Nice to meet you.
Whoa, dude.
Nice to meet you, sir. Yeah, right.
I'm so sorry you got your
Oh,
head.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, Norman.
Yeah.
Would you like to buy a beer and a shot?
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you guys.
See you, Ryan.
Absolutely. Safe roads and killing zombies.
Safe
I like
roads
it.
and killing zombies.
It's starting to wall in the ladies' room.
Ah, they're going in the ladies' room to autograph the tour. Awesome.
Yeah, nice. Off you go, Steve. We just saw the ladies' room. Get it?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, nice. Point,
He's
Stephen.
giving him a finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're crazy.
And just like that, I think we're gonna retire our bikes for a while and
Well,
stick
yeah,
around.
you get too many beers and shots. You gotta
Welcome
be
home.
back. Oh,
Last night, after Steven and I left the bar, a producer threw us in a van back to San Francisco.
Just waking up.
Some mornings make it hard to get out of bed, but sights like this, that's the perfect cure.
How cool is this? Imagine waking up every day and riding this.
Tonight, we ran into some locals who raved about a group of riders up in Sonoma. So we're gonna cross over the bridge into wine country and hook up with the Slow Adults, a group which I've been told proves no adventure is too
slow
small.
adults.
Yeah. What's up? Hey, I'm Norman.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, dude. Hey, Steve.
Steve, Mike.
Nice to meet you guys. Hey, Steve, nice to meet you. Wow, what a cool place you guys have. It's beautiful up there.
It's one of the best places in the world to ride, man.
Yeah. Steven's like already looking for a house. Take us for a ride.
Yeah, what up? What up?
We're not overcompensating for anything, you know what I'm saying?
We've all got huge penises. We don't care. Yeah, this is a beautiful day.
It's crazy how close the fire got to the road here. Wait, so all this got
that's right, I
burned?
forgot about
Yeah.
that. All that wine country got burned up a couple years ago.
That is terrible. Yeah, look at that. Jeez. Heartbreaking. Oh.
In 2017, wildfires ravaged 245,000 acres of Northern California.
Firefighters across California are battling nearly a dozen wildfires that have scorched tens of thousands of acres.
There are still 283 people missing at this hour.
Destroying everything in its path. It's a 45-mile ride west through back roads in Sonoma County until we reach Bodega Bay. It's a quiet coastal village worlds away from the streets of San Francisco.
You know, we're meeting Les Claypool. He's the best bass player ever.
His bass is so crazy.
This is your boat.
This is my fishing boat, yes. Come on aboard.
Yeah, thanks. Wow. I've never been on a boat this size. I've been on a big luxury, one of those ones that look like
What are
the
you trying to
Beverly
say,
Center.
man?
No, I mean, not, you know those cruises.
Yeah, that sounds like
tiny,
it.
just tiny ass boat. I was thinking of me getting seasick is why I thought of it. But,
Do you get seasick?
I get seasick, yeah. That's why I asked.
What are you catching?
Yeah.
Salmon season's starting. We're just finishing up crab season.
Nice.
Do you cook all the fish you eat?
I'm the Q Meister.
Are you really?
Spud Point Crab Company.
Spud Point Crab.
Right?
What, but they got
It gets cold here when the sun goes down, for
Yes.
sure.
Chili today, hot tamale. Hey, come on.
All right, so we put this in this. That's the jam right there. Dude, I can't wait to get in this, too.
Clam chowder is so good.
Smoke them.
You smoke
Thank you for the chowder. Like, you're awesome.
I usually don't shake hands.
I'm a huge fan of yours. This is a big thing that you did the show. I
Really? All right,
appreciate
cool.
it.
It's easy to dwell on what once was, But one day you'll look up and discover you've left it all behind. As we ride back to San Francisco, I can't help but think of its own recent transformation. I hope that the new generation finds ways to push forward and keep the city's soul alive. Someone who's never been shy about challenging the status quo is my good friend Jello Biafra.
Then for mayor, like what were you wanting to do? Like what was the whole idea behind it?
Because they just passed Proposition 13, cutting the taxes down. Now California is almost at the bottom of education instead of the top. You know, the early version of Tea Party wreckage. I suddenly had a platform for mayor.
Were you fully prepared to win it?
No, I just wanted to up.
Last night we hit San Francisco hard, but today we've crossed the Bay Bridge into Oakland.
This little area, man. Get some coffee? Yeah. I like this decor. What's a Yoko?
Grapefruit juice.
Can I have a Yoko?
Yeah.
You want a Yoko? Get a shot of grapefruit juice. Okay, I'll have a Yoko.
Okay.
Uno Yoko. Yeah, good to see you again, man.
How are you?
I'm great, This is Steven.
Hey, Steven. Nice to meet you.
And you met Julietta?
Yeah, we just met.
Her other shop in the city, you go in there on
We
a
just scream at you.
Sunday morning, and it's like a line down the block, and they're just blasting Black Flag.
We're off to check out Max's vintage custom bike shop, and then it's a meeting with the Dragons. We're stopping into Max's custom motorcycle and paint shop, 4Q.
Come on in.
Such an artist shop, you know what I mean?
It's where Max gets the inspiration to produce some of the most unique bikes in the Bay Area.
Old painted tanks. Just years of like going to the flea market. This one's one of my favorite. That was a Bay Area bike. I found it in the magazine, and it was called the Junker. And he added that little snorkel on the top and just like a far out look. But they were smoking good outdoor weed. And back then, you figured there was just no rules.
There's a story behind everything. This is beautiful, this 4Q bike.
Thanks, man.
Wow.
That's a tank that they made a few of whenever I...
I'm excited to see the Dragons, man. I've never been to their clubhouse. Oh, yeah.
The East Bay Dragons have been riding strong in Oakland since 1959, making them the oldest all-black club in America.
Yeah. This is cool in here. How's it going, man? Hi, I'm Norman.
All right, K. Cloud.
Nice to meet you, sir. Yeah, it's my first time to Oakland, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, ain't no place like home.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Yeah. This place is amazing. Yeah.
A lot of history.
What are all the trophies for?
You know, we got trophies for long distance ride, most participation. If we had all the trophies they had collected over the years, we wouldn't have nowhere to stand right now. Obie and Sonny grew up together. Yeah. And so, you know, we're real close with HAs.
The legend goes that Toby Jean and Hell's Angels president Sonny Barger became tight back in the 50s, even before hopping on bikes.
That's the Hell's Angels.
Their friendship fostered a mutual respect between the Angels and the Dragons, and together they shared the Oakland streets as an unlikely band of brothers.
Dragon #1 himself, Toby Jean Livingston.
How are you, sir?
Norman, this is Prez.
Nice to meet you. I'm Norman. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I was telling these guys because they were coming to Oakland and they'd never been here before. And I said, you got to come see the Dragons.
Our 60-year anniversary was coming up next year. 60 years, you know, we've been together.
So are you guys riding choppers back then? Since the
choppers,
beginning?
yeah. I bought my heart in 1957. When you're riding a hog, 99% of the time you get along with everybody.
You're awesome. You're awesome. It's such a pleasure to meet you guys.
As a group, the Dragons broke all stereotypes, and today are an esteemed institution ingrained in the Oakland community. I'm honored to be joining them for a ride.
I bet he's got a lot of pictures of cool stuff.
Let's go, let's go.
All right.
Now this is how you do Oakland. The East Bay Dragons roll deep, bringing roaring thunder to the city streets even on a cloudless day.
I'm on the wire. I'm
Wow. Yeah, baby.
That's how we do it in the town.
I love it. This is nuts, dude. This is an honor right here, you know what I mean? It's a real honor.
They definitely, look super tough, and they look like nothing else in the neighborhood. Automatically throwing down the street like you had respect.
They're a badass club, and I see them on the bridge all the time, and I'm like, man, those guys are sick.
What makes me proud to be a dragon, we need a whole nother show for that.
Bud has owned It's All Good Bakery in North Oakland since 1996. It's famous for two reasons. It makes the best pound cake west of the Mississippi.
World's famous. It's all good.
And in the 60s, this building was the headquarters of the Black Panthers.
So here's the actual picture right here when I'm standing in front of the bakery right here.
Yeah.
Yep. And at the time, the Oakland public schools did not serve breakfast. So a lot of times we would go to school hungry. So what happened was the Black Panthers started providing breakfast for us. They would help us with our homework, and they policed our community.
They were like us. What they did and, and how they got along, we got along right along with them.
It's easy, I guess, to get turned into a gang. That's the term that they like to use.
Everybody got their good and bad side. I don't give a damn who you come from. But we had fun with them, and we went to their parties. They had some damn good parties.
He's cute.
Dude, thanks for doing the show, man.
You got it.
You're freaking awesome.
That was fun. I never thought I'd be riding down Broadway with the East Bay Dragons.
It's a good day.
Yeah.
Good one I like called Middle Class Rut. It's just one more night I get to spend with my good friend Steven.
Drink? Yeah. Yeah. We did a lot of stuff. We learned a lot. So much history here.
That was awesome, man. I got to see, all of the Bay. And we, talked to a lot of, good people.
Jello to Les.
Yeah.
To the Dragons, to Max. It was a good group of people.
I definitely sold it up here.
Cheers. Thanks for doing this ride, homie. Yeah, love you. Yeah.
Well, that was good to see Glenn.
Spend a little time in San Francisco and the surrounding Bay Area, and you'll find that it's a diverse yet complicated place. But dig a little deeper, and you'll find that the true essence of this region, the ethos, the values, and the ideals that this place was built on, are still strong. Theirs is a love for a city that will not be denied. The same spirit that birthed this place is the same that will allow it to survive. Because here, what makes us outcasts is the very thing that binds us together.
Well, what'd you think? I really enjoyed that. Obviously, I said I was a conservative, so, but I came from being just as wild and crazy in my teen and early 20s, so I could see myself living somewhere like that at that time. But things have changed a little bit now, so they're a little bit too radical for me. But, I'm old. What do you say? But the California wine country, beautiful. I just, the ocean is my favorite spot. And I thought it was a really interesting show. This is the second one I've looked at now, and I'm really impressed with the history lesson that you get from him. It seems like he always checks out the motorcycle scene, whatever town he's in, and then the music scene. So I can't wait to watch the third one. I want to say I think Melissa McBride, who plays Carol on The Walking Dead, is with him on that one. I think it's the third one. All right, guys. Peace, love, and soul.